So this is section 13, and section 1.3, and we're doing question 13. And it says to graph this and also find the period of it. Well, to find the period, anytime you have something of the form y equals sine of bx, the period can be found by dividing 2 pi by whatever the coefficient b is on x. And so that's the period. So let's find the period of this. So p is going to equal 2 pi, and in the b position we have a 2, so the period equals pi. Now let's just graph a sinusoidal curve. Okay, and we'll draw a center line, and let's see, we'll put our y-axis right here, y and x, and now we know the magnitude, the amplitude is 1, so this is maximum y value is going to be 1. The minimum y value is going to occur at 0, -1. And our period is pi, so this value will be pi. That means it, and the coordinates of that point are pi 0. So this curve repeats itself. The y values repeat themselves every pi units. So I'll also identify -pi 0, that point. And we've graphed it, we've identified the period, we're done. Okay, now we're doing question 51 on section 1.3. And for this question we have to solve this equation. And on the interval 0 to 2 pi. So let's take the square root of both sides, so we get, in that way we can isolate sine theta, and by the square root property that's going to be plus or minus the square root of 3 over 4. But the square root of 3 is the square root of 3. The square root of 4 is 2, so that's plus or minus root 3 over 2. Well, let's consider this. Let's go to the unit circle, and we know that if sine of theta equals root 3 over 2, then theta equals pi over 3 or 2 pi over 3. So pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3. You know, that's 60 degrees. Add another 60 degrees, you get 120 degrees, and so on. This would be 3 pi over 3. If theta equals, if sine theta equals negative root 3 over 2, well, we have two candidates for two solutions there. Let's see, we'll add another pi over 3, that's 3 pi over 3. Here we go, 4 pi over 3. And so 4 pi over 3, and add another pi over 3, and we get 5 pi over 3. So therefore the solutions are pi over 3, 2 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3. And they are all in the interval 0 to 2 pi, and we're done.